Good morning, I'm Maddie Jansen, and this is the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's everything you need to know to start your day in about 15 minutes.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning. In the face of growing misinformation about their own faith and community, Sikh leaders come together to feed locals in need, demonstrating a tenet of their religion by serving our most vulnerable. We'll have their message of unity this morning.
Today is 1 week since the devastating boat fire off the Channel Islands, and over the weekend, investigators served search warrants at Truth Aquatics offices. We'll tell you what they're looking for.
Plus, this school year may have just started, but for local juniors and seniors, it's time to start looking ahead to what comes next. We'll tell you the place to be tonight and all of the resources available to help you plan your student's future. This is Monday, September 9th, 2019. Great to have you with us. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Tabitha Mills, in for Alex Fisher on this Monday.
That's right. And you know what I noticed about this Monday? It feels like fall outside.
I was so chilly coming in. I turned on the heater.
Yeah. And so let's turn it over to Kevin with a little bit more on what we can expect outside.
And it was a great weekend. We had a little hiccup on Saturday evening when the winds really picked up around the area. That was the leading edge of the cold front that's brought us this cold weather. So we did see some dust. I was actually at baseball practice, had to bring the kids in, and that was near Village Fest. So they experienced a little bit of the blowing dust. But the temperatures are really the headline here. Yesterday's high, 83 degrees. I took the red out and put the green in. It was so nice. The record on that day, 109, is set back in 1904. So we were far from that. Right now, we sit at 65 degrees. Great start for our Monday morning. No winds out there right now. Take a look at the dog walk forecast. We're in the green all day long here. Annabelle is our featured pet, and she's putting her chips on this day. You can see she's at the poker table there. 60s to start, and look at this afternoon. We're going to be in the 80s all afternoon. As we take a look at the mountain forecast today, 52 degrees to start. We have a light wind out of the west-northwest at 8 miles per hour right now. That is going to pick up a little this afternoon, so keep that in mind. And you can see temperatures throughout the day into the 70s this afternoon. So perfect. It's not going to last, though. I've got more details on that coming your way in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Kev. And I'm taking a look at your morning commute. Here is a look at Highway 99 and White Lane. Things are moving smoothly there. No major incidents popping up on the CHP traffic page, so it appears all of your major routes in and out of town are open and clear. We will have another check coming up in 15 minutes. Homelessness is an issue we follow closely here in Kern County, and the local Sikh community is working hard to make sure those affected are taken care of. Yesterday, as they do every Sunday, the Sikh community handed out lunch to those in need near Mill Creek Park. In light of two recent high-profile crimes that have brought negative attention to the Sikh community, leaders say they want to remind everyone their faith is one of peace and love to all. Local Sikh leader and activist Nazar Singh Kuner says giving to those in need is a tenet of a Sikh faith. Over the last 4.5 years, the community has served some 61,000 meals to those in need.
It is to bring the community close together. Only key in this world is tolerate each other, no matter language, no matter color, no matter faith. Just human blood is red for everybody.
Leaders say recent crimes committed by those of the Sikh faith have led to misinformation about their religion. Last November, a Sikh woman was accused of killing her teenage daughter's baby to prevent shame in their family. And more recently, a Sikh man admitted he killed his daughter-in-law to protect his honor, according to police reports. However, Kern Sikh activists and leaders say their faith does not condone nor represent these individual cases.
A shooting has shaken up a small mountain community. The Kern County Sheriff's Office says it happened just before 4 a.m. yesterday in Bodfish. Deputies responded to a call on Pioneer Place and found a man who'd been shot in the chest. Paramedics flew the man to Kern Medical. No word on how he's doing this morning.
Kern County SWAT helped the Southland Sheriff's Office put a man behind bars. The Orange County Sheriff's Office says last month a man was shot and killed in a motel in the city of Stanton. That's about 5 miles away from Disneyland. Investigators believe the gunman fled the city and tracked him to East Bakersfield. Yesterday morning, a KCSO SWAT team formed at Haley and Flower Streets and arrested the man. The Orange County Sheriff's Office says he won't be identified until he's booked. They released a statement thanking Sheriff Donnie Youngblood and KCSO, saying both of our counties are safer with this dangerous suspect in custody.
Wildfire season is in full swing here in California. Firefighters are working to get the upper hand on a fire burning in part of Northern California, close to an area that burned just 2 years ago. The so-called Swedes fire is burning in Butte County. Firefighters say battling a fire in what's known as a burn scar can actually prove to be more difficult. That's because the new vegetation acts as light, flashy fuel, meaning flames grow quick and spread fast. So far, the fire has scorched 400 acres and is 30% contained. Evacuations are underway. Flames have destroyed one home and one outbuilding. And local firefighters are on the front lines helping to battle another growing brush fire in Northern California. CAL FIRE says lightning most likely sparked the so-called Red Bank fire Thursday. It's west of the city of Red Bluff in Tehama County. Flames now have burned close to 9,000 acres, and that fire is 50% contained.
5:05 now. Bakersfield police cracked down on people suspected of driving under the influence this weekend. BPD set up a DUI and driver license checkpoint on Oak Street near 18th Saturday evening. Officers screened close to 600 cars and arrested one person on suspicion of DUI. 4 others were cited for driving without licenses, and another 4 were cited for having suspended licenses. BPD says in the last 3 years, 26 people have died and nearly 700 were hurt in DUI-related crashes.
Today marks 1 week since 34 people perished in a tragic boat fire off the coast of the Channel Islands. 39 people were on board the Conception when it somehow burst into flames, then sank on Labor Day. 5 crew members survived. Yesterday, agents with the FBI, ATF, and other investigators served search warrants and searched the Truth Aquatics offices in Santa Barbara, as well as the company's 2 other boats. The Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Department says it's part of the ongoing investigation.
A local war hero who landed behind Nazi lines on D-Day has died. Henry Ochsner was a Screaming Eagle, part of the 101st Airborne Division that parachuted onto Normandy Beach on D-Day. While thousands stormed the beach, Ochsner was one of the paratroopers who landed behind Nazi lines. During the war, he helped liberate French villages and a Nazi labor camp. In 2017, he received France's National Order of the Legion of Honor. In June, he told 17's Eitan Wallace he wants everyone to know about the war so it doesn't happen again.
You fought for our freedom.
Yes, I did, and I loved it. I loved my job because I knew that I was doing something that was really good.
Ochsner married Violet Jensen in 1947. He's survived by Violet, their 4 daughters, and 2 granddaughters. And this past Friday, services were held for another World War II veteran, 101-year-old Raymond Knight. Knight was born in 1918 in Illinois, and he was drafted during World War II. He was stationed all over the world and met his wife Miriam in Tucson, Arizona. They were married for 73 years and raised 3 children here in Bakersfield. You may remember Knight's 100th birthday celebration last year. He received a special phone call from veteran sportscaster Vin Scully, who wished him happy birthday on behalf of his favorite team, the Los Angeles Dodgers.
And on Wednesday, you can help support local veterans like Henry and Raven. We're firing up the grills for our annual barbecue to raise money for the Wounded Heroes Fund. The organization relies on grants and donations from the community to help post 9/11 veterans transition back into civilian life. But over the years, they've added other programs to help any veterans injured or wounded during enlistment. So from 10 to 2 Wednesday, we're inviting you to help us to raise money to support veterans here in Kern County. It's happening right outside of our KGET studios at the corner of 22nd and L Streets. $10 gets you a tri-tip sandwich, chips, drink, and a cookie from Smith's Bakery. It's a good deal. Can't go wrong.
I don't know that we've ever had better weather for our barbecue here as well.
That's true.
It's going to be gorgeous.
No reason not to come, right?
All right. Still ahead this morning on Sunrise. The school year may have just started, but it's not too early to start planning for the next one.
That's right. Coming up in about 20 minutes, the place you'll want to be tonight if you're a parent of a high school junior or senior.
ABC News is taking a closer look at the criminal justice system with a series of reports called Justice for All. Kate Snow focuses on the growing number of women behind bars, which has skyrocketed 750% since 1980. For women who enter prison pregnant, the baby is usually sent to family or foster care. But a handful of prisons now have special programs for new moms that allow babies to stay by their side.
When moms and babies gather here, they talk about the kinds of things every new mom does.
Well, like, I think that, he has a fever. Do you feel him? Is he warm?
But this playdate is happening at Washington State's Corrections Center for Women. 10 moms who are nonviolent offenders are in the prison's residential parenting program, walking their strollers behind a barbed wire fence. Natalie's baby Adeline was born 13 months ago.
Up until the point of coming here, I didn't have control over my life. I'm just very thankful that I did get this opportunity to be in the program and make it a whole completely 180 of what I was doing.
Studies show moms who keep their babies in prison are less likely to return, and the kids do better in life. Deidre Kemp is an accountant sentenced to 2 years for embezzling money from clients. Already a mom, Deidre started serving her sentence while pregnant with Stella, her 4th child. In the mornings, she takes Stella to daycare so she can work.
I would have never had this opportunity to watch every tooth grow, every little thing, every single milestone. Every milestone.
I need you to chew that up. Chew, chew, chew.
I think that it's important to stop incarcerating men and women the same.
Program supervisor Sonia Alley says the program promotes essential bonding.
If people see this and think, babies in prison.
I understand the opposition. To me, it's about the child, and the child has a right to be with their mother.
For those who already have kids, it's a chance to do better this time.
Are you okay? Just hearing Natalie's story, it's kind of like my story. I never really got to bond with my other 2 kids because I was on drugs too. Having this opportunity to bond with, my child for really the first time getting that bond, it really did save our lives.
The kids can leave any time and visit family. Their mother's sentences must be under 30 months, and when mom is released, they go home with her.
Do you think being in this program has made you a better mom?
I think so. I've told my other kids, that, I was sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I told them, I was one thing that I know I'm not going to do, you guys, is I'm not going to yell at you anymore. It hurts me to think about when I would say stuff like that.
Deidre's release date is approaching.
I know that I'm a changed person. I know that I will never be back here again. My journey is going to begin October 2nd.
And your baby goes with you.
She goes with me.
700 new moms have gone through that program since it was founded 20 years ago, and they hope to be a model for other states.
5:23 now in your 17 Health Watch. An Alabama school is taking a drastic step to keep students from vaping. It's removed the stall doors in some of the boys' bathrooms. The principal says every day students sneak off to a bathroom to vape, and he says 2 weeks ago one student was found passed out in a stall. Some parents are taking issue with the school's solution, calling it drastic.
As a parent personally, I think that's a little excessive.
I don't like it. They take their only private place in the school that they can do their business.
Parents say a better solution would be to have an adult in the hallway or monitor the bathroom to make sure no one is vaping. The principal says the door removals could be temporary as they work to figure out other solutions.
Clinica Sierra Vista is getting ready to open a new walk-in clinic in Arvin. This is video of Clinica Sierra Vista's other clinics. The new one sits on Bear Mountain Boulevard, just east of South Comanche Drive. Starting today, the clinic will offer same-day emergency care to people in Arvin and Lamont without an appointment. Clinica Sierra Vista has 2 clinics in Bakersfield, and another is scheduled to open in Delano next year.
Well, it's a first for Apple.
The technology company will be using its big event tomorrow, and the reason it's so shocking.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
2 big Southern California grocery store chains have reached a tentative deal on a labor contract that would avoid a strike. The LA Times is reporting Albertsons and Ralph's reached an agreement yesterday with the 7 locals of the United Food and Commercial Workers. Albertsons owns Vaughn's and Pavilion stores. Ralph's is a division of Kroger. The Times says the union confirmed the proposed deal and said its members would start voting Monday whether to ratify it. Union leadership is recommending a yes vote. Some 47,000 employees at more than 500 stores had authorized union leaders to call a strike if a contract couldn't be reached. Apple will get an assist from a tech rival with its product launch tomorrow. The company plans to stream the unveiling on Google's YouTube. In the past, Apple has only streamed the launch on its own website. The iPhone maker is expected to introduce several new phone models and potentially new versions of its Apple Watch.